Let's start today's lesson. Today's lesson is very important. It belongs to decision making skills, and I consider this lesson as a life changing lesson. So, my dear participants, today we will learn a lot of things which we do not know before, right? So, we need to learn that how can we make a good decision. So, remember one thing which is very important, that most of the time when I present this topic, I think that I consider my people or my participants that they always think about as a decision maker. They take this lecture as a decision maker, right? So I would advise you to think twofold. I mean, consider this lecture as a decision maker, that you are going to make a decision, and also consider this lecture as to provider of the information for decision making, that you are going to assist the decision making of the other people. Is this clear? Now assume yourself that you are an accountant, or you're a finance manager, or you are a presenter, or you are a public speaker, and you are going to present your information to the people for assisting their decision making. Is this clear? Am I clear?
Yes.
So normally students, they think like this, that we are taking this lecture as a decision maker. So you consider yourself as a decision maker, and also consider yourself that you are going to provide information to the people to assist their decision making, right? Okay, so today we will be learning some skills that will be helpful for you guys, that how to think scientifically, how to make correct decisions. Let me tell you one thing which is very important. Normally, I used to say this, that we should believe in the law of attraction in psychology. You guys might have learned that law of attraction in physics. But in psychology, we say that law of attraction exists. And how does it exist? That similar people will attract similar people, right? So we notice that successful people in the world, they always think like this. I repeat my words. Successful people in the world, they always think like this. So if we also start thinking like this, they will attract us. Am I clear? Right? So the only way to get successful in the life is like we are standing there and the successful people are standing at the top. So most of the people, they say work hard. Yes, that's true. Most of the people, they say learn, improve yourself. That is absolutely right. How do I narrate it? I say that create these skills in yourself. When you create these skills in yourself, the successful people will definitely pull you out from the bottom. This is 100% sure. Because I have seen many successful people, they always think like this, right? So how many characteristics are there? We start from purposefulness. I'll elaborate each and everything in detail. The first thing is purposefulness. Second, rigor, testability, replicability, generalizability, objectivity, precision, confidence, parsimony, relevance, faithful representation, comparability, and verifiability. So you have to believe in this, and from now, whatever we share, whatever we produce, whatever we write, whatever we speak, whatever we think, we will be thinking like this, right? We will be speaking like this. If you start doing things like this, the things will be very simple for you and for the others, right? Is this clear? Okay, before going into the detail, let me tell you one thing. Can you tell me one thing? That we as a human, what we do on a continuous basis every time? What we do every time? We all do every time. What is this thing? Sleeping? No. Are we eating right now? Are we sleeping right now? Breathing? Yeah, okay. Breathing is something which is not under your control. I mean, breathing, your heart is beating. That is the phenomena which is not under your control. There is something which is under your control, and we are doing it. Thinking. Yeah. So let's have a round of applause for him. So we always thinking, right? And let me tell you, please don't mind the words. Obviously, I am quoting a very informal example, that even you are in toilet, you are still thinking. Am I right or wrong? So why we are thinking? Because continuously, okay, we are thinking for what? We are thinking for decision making. Continuously you are thinking that why my colleague is always looking at me, why she didn't, I offered her a lunch, but she didn't come, right? You're always thinking like this, right? So what we are doing, we are connecting the things with each other, right? So we connect the series of the events and then we get to a conclusion. Because we are thinking continuously, that is why decision making is very important. Let me tell you one thing. The quality of a successful person is they always make a right decision. And the problem with the unsuccessful people is they always make a wrong decision. So the first thing which is very important is the purposefulness. Mean whatever you speak, whatever you write, whatever you behave, that should have a definite purpose. Because we people, we have a very limited resources, we have very limited finance, we have very limited time, okay, limited exposure. So it's by having a very limited resources, whatever we do, that should have a definite purpose. If you are doing things that have a definite purpose, believe me, you will create a value in the minds of the people. But if you are doing unpurposeful things, the purposeful people will ignore you. Okay, so let's suppose I have many students, they say, I have less friends, I know why people don't like to speak to me. It's not people to blame, it's you to blame. Because whenever you speak without any definite purpose. So remember, a successful person will ignore you. Okay, so when you start speaking something and you are speaking that doesn't have a definite purpose, let me tell you one thing. The successful person will excuse you and he will leave your company. Am I right or wrong? So, nobody supporting me? I'm right. You should generously support me. So, that says, I don't know, okay, ensures that the findings or results are meaningful and can be applied to practical situation. Now, I have given these two examples. Now, just have a look at this example. You have got the handouts. The first example says that why do companies spend huge amounts of money on publishing financial report? Why companies are spending, the public limited company, they publish their financial statements. So why they spend a huge amount to publish their financial statement, to present their information to the stakeholders for their decision making, right? So they spend a lot of money, they spend a lot of time, even they hire experts, accountants to produce those financial statements. They even get their financial statements audited by the expert auditor. So they are spending a lot just to publish the financial statements. So why they are investing a lot of resources to publish their financial statement? The only thing is because publishing financial statement does have a definite purpose. And the purpose is to attract your investors, your lenders. Okay. If you find a person, just have a look at this example. Mr. A spent billions of dollars and 20 years of his life, but by understanding the lifestyle of the elephants. Do you think this study has a definite purpose? Yes. Do you think that he should have invested billions of dollars to study the life pattern of the elephants? Please say something. Yeah. So why he shouldn't have invested this money for the community development, for the humanity? Why is investing his money for the elephants? It means he's not doing a purposeful thing. But this company is doing a purposeful thing, right? So whatever you say, whatever you do should have a definite purpose. This is first point we need to learn. Now the second thing is rigor. This is my favorite, by the way. Rigor means to test some phenomena from multiple point of view, right? If you test a phenomena from multiple point of view, that shows rigorous testing. So whatever you speak, whatever you present, that information should be based on rigor. Now I can give you this example. Let's suppose there are two doctors, Dr. A and Dr. B, right? You have a heart problem and you visit Dr. A and he checks your blood pressure, he notices your heart rate, he also hears your heartbeat, he conducts ECG, he also conducts stress test to evaluate your heart health. So he come up with a decision that, listen, brother, you do not have any heart problem. So do you believe in his findings? Okay, now compare it with Dr. B. Now you visit Dr. B and he just notices your pulse and he see, brother, you are absolutely fine. So which doctor is giving you a rigorous finding, A or B? A. Why you are saying A, brothers? Can you, yeah?
Because he's only checking what are the aspects, what need to be checked to detect what is.
Absolutely. So he's applying multiple testing. So remember one thing, for a decision-making purpose, when you are going to make a decision, you should have applied multiple testing to get to the conclusion. Okay? And from presenter point of view, you have to present information in such a way that that information should have been gone through from multiple testing so that you can attract your decision maker that whatever I am presenting that has been gone through multiple testing. Is this clear? So the first thing we have learned is purposefulness, and the second thing we have learned is rigor. Purposefulness means whatever we speak, whatever we write,